Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to learn more from me, I have a lot of classes on Udemy. You can find the links to a lot of those in the description.
Alrighty, hello. So it's like 4:30 in the morning on a day off. I just worked the last 6 days in a row, and I'm freaking tired. But this is when my creative juices flow. So let's see if I can actually get a video out on something. So I was thinking the other day about um karma, right? And I know I've done a video on it. You can I'll see if I can maybe link it in the description or something if I can figure that out or if I can remember it, whatnot. On karma before. And the idea in the Western society, whatnot, of what karma is, where like, you earn different things by good deeds and it kind of goes away with bad deeds. It's like putting money in a bank and taking money out of the bank, the bank of karma, if you haven't heard that before. Um, that's not really what karma is. That's more of a westernized idea of karma. So it's not this thing where like, when you let somebody, you know, pull into the lane in front of you where you can slow down, you let them in on an off ramp. That's, I'm earning good karma, or you help an old lady across the street. I'm getting good karma, or you help, an old lady at the grocery store, or you let someone like cut you in line, or any of these good things that you do. You're not earning good karma that you're going to be able to use, in some spiritual sense to up level yourself in the next life or whatnot. Karma, more or less, is when you do a good deed, you know it. You understand that you did a good deed. And when you do something bad, you know it and you understand you did a bad deed. And so, really, in a sense, karma doesn't really go with people with like borderline personality disorder or sociopaths because when they do bad deeds, they don't really care to think about it as bad, or they can't comprehend it as bad. But the good things go with you and the bad things haunt you. That's really what karma is about. But there's another concept in Tibetan Buddhism that I think is very like interesting, and it's kind of more along the same lines as what the westernized idea of karma is. It's called merit, and I know you probably saw that from the video title. I haven't really decided what to title this yet, but merit is some kind of it's almost like a spiritual currency in a way, but it's something that you can earn in Tibetan Buddhism that is supposed to be able to kind of help you in your reincarnation, at least from what I understand of it. So when when people hang prayer flags like the ones I got here, or they circumambulate holy sites, or they spin prayer wheels, or they do prostrations. They're earning merit. Even going around a freaking mountain or a lake, if it's like a sacred mountain or a sacred lake, that is earning merit, right? And like I said, it's from what I understand of it, it's almost you're paying forward with a selfless deed that shows that you are like spiritually uplifting yourself and being more positive and altruistic. And the idea is that this is supposed to arguably help uplevel you in your next reincarnation. Do we have proof of this? I don't know. Do we Is it a cool idea? Yeah. Is it something that we can apply to magic? Sure. Okay. So, when we do good and positive things for ourselves or anyone else, be it helping someone out at the store or letting that guy cut in front of you in the car when when you're at an off ramp and it's kind of crowded, what are you doing? You are not letting things stress you out. You are not letting negative things get to you. What does this do to you energetically? It builds up your muscles of your own energy bubble, your popo. Um, if you follow one of the videos that I uploaded recently, but I'm not sure how recently, it builds up your popo from being like affected by other people, because there's plenty of people that when they are around negativity, or they go and seek out negativity, or they interpret everything as negative, their energy is just flowing away from them. It's why they can't really succeed with anything, why they might be tired all the time or angry all the time, stuff like that. When Have you ever seen like Kirlian photography with the aura colors when they can take a picture of you and they can see what color your aura is and what shape it is and all that stuff? In similar situations with like energetic vampirism, people with bad moods or even health conditions and whatnot, which positivity can definitely help with things like health problems. Um, their energy's all over the place. You have a positive and happy, more uplifted person, and you're gonna have a nice solid aura. The I can't remember where I heard this from, but basically when like a healthy person can have an auric influence of like 30 freaking feet, right? So like my energy is affecting stuff 30 feet away from me if I'm in a good mood, which right now I am. Um, and we can affect more things through the movement and influence of our energies when we are in a good mood, which if you're following the energetic model of magic, then that is that lends like what's the word? It lends to the energetic model of magic because when we're in a positive mood, our energy reaches farther as we are trying to influence the universe with the different things that we are trying to do and the different outcomes that we are trying to manifest. So I'm trying to remember where I was going with this. Now, with meritorious things that we do, with being more positive, or even, yeah, this part, the the act of circumambulating a lake or a holy site or what have you, that could be up leveling your spiritual skills by doing a devotional act like meditating when you're going around with mantras or just analytical meditation even when you are maybe you have a lake you can circumambulate. Maybe you can go on a nice long walk and focus and meditate. Bring some malas with you and chant some mantras or just do analytical meditation. What are we doing? We are bringing our minds into a more focused state that we can then apply to all of our endeavors, be it spiritual or mundane. So the more that we can kind of get an idea of what Tibetan Buddhists do for meritus, if is that a word, for acts of merit, we can apply those same kinds of things with what do they do, and they all have spiritual benefits. Because anything that has a spiritual benefit kind of has a mental benefit, if you think about it. Meditation has mental and physical benefits. Prayer has mental and physical benefits. The daily like routines and stuff that they do where their minds are focused on singular ideas, whether it's mantras, meditations, analytical meditations, or breathing meditations, or prostrations. They are working and devoting and offering things to a guru. In spirituality, paganism, witchcraft, blah blah blah, we can kind of do that same kind of thing when we're working with different spirits and entities. So on the daily, I could be working with a particular spirit to build a relationship with them. And then I have this beneficial back and forth between me and the spirit world. If that's not kind of full of merit, where I'm touching the spirit world, then I don't exactly know what it is. But of course, we also have to take into account that when we're working with spirits, we're not just here, take my energy. It's this back and forth. It's reciprocal. Whereas the in Tibetan Buddhism, a lot of the stuff is altruistic, which means they work towards something and they don't exactly get anything out of it. But when we're working with magic, we get stuff out of everything that we do. When whether it's the thought I just had, the action I just took, the spell I just performed, or which I didn't do anything yet, but I have magic for hire that I got to do this morning. So the spell I just performed, or the spirit that I just worked with, it's all I give and I get. It's this even give and take between me and a spirit or me and the universe. I'm putting this energy out, and what do I get back in? So the more centered that we are, and even the more altruistic that we are, because maybe I want to do this kind of spell work that I'm going to do not only for my benefit because I got paid, but also for the person's benefit that they paid me to do it because I want to see a positive outcome. So Positive on one side, positive on the other side. That's what all relationships should be like. And yeah. So I know I ranted and rambled, but let me know what you think about this one. Good hunting. Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to learn more from me, you can check the description where I've got my link tree that can lead you to all of my books, my classes, my website, and a whole bunch more information if you want to take a deep dive into magic. If you want to learn with me, you can take my classes. We could do one-on-one mentoring. I'm also going to be doing live classes. If you want magic for hire, I've got that down there too with my Etsy shop. So check that out and let's get connected.